Okay, so today we're getting some windshield time in today, quite a bit actually. Sorry, I'm eating a candy bar. So I drove up, cleared almost to Kansas City, Missouri, just south of Kansas City, a little bitty town called Peculiar. I say little bitty, but it's bigger than where I come from in Stockton. So, but I went up there to look at two different tracks of walnut timber. Of course, there really wasn't enough trees there to justify us moving in and cutting them. So I mean, both of them were kind of a bust. But it's like I told the people I looked at timber on, because they were neighbors. I said, you know, if we had a few more, I said, if you had any other your neighbors that were wanting to get their timber harvested, you know, we could probably make arrangements to cut everybody's at once. So you never know how those deals turn out. Now, granted, I think my GPS, because I've got one on my phone that I primarily use with this new truck, I've got navigation here in the dash. But I believe from my house up there to where I went, it was 104 miles. One way. So, yeah, I mean, we cut a lot of walnut timber, but that kind of gives you an idea of how much driving I have to do to go and buy these little jobs of timber. And a lot of times, just like that, I went up there knowing it probably wasn't going to be a real big job of timber. But a lot of times, those are the ones I really like to cut, those little jobs where I can, you know, get in, knock the trees out, get everything laid down and cleaned up, and get out. You know, you're not there more than a week. Those are nice jobs. So, like I said, I mean, everybody always, I don't want to say people give us a hard time, but everybody always comments about how much walnut we cut. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we cut a lot of walnut, but I do a great deal of traveling to find that walnut. I mean, I cover a big part of Missouri. We go out into Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I've had calls about up in Nebraska, Iowa. We'll travel to cut it. Especially now, like our oak markets aren't real good. I mean, oak's moving, but it's not. I'm trying to advise a lot of the people that call me with oak, if they can stand to hang on to it a little bit. I mean, they might as well hang on to it for just a while, because I mean, you wouldn't think a nickel or a dime or a couple dimes would mean that much of a difference, but over a big volume it means several hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So I don't like working cheap, and I know they don't want to just, you know, take a little sacrifice on their timber, especially if they don't have to. So I always try to advise people to do what's in their best interest. So, and now with summer coming on, I mean, I hate logging in the summer and the hot months. I mean, it's horrible working conditions. Just the hot weather and running those saws. You get down to some of those river bottoms, I mean, there is no air moving at all. There is no air circulating. So logging gets pretty rough in the summer. So, I mean, most of the people that watch this channel are probably loggers anyway, and they know that. So I'm not telling you guys nothing you don't know. I talked to Josh Taylor briefly yesterday. I guess he had a pretty good show out there in Pennsylvania. He said some people actually come up to him, and so they heard me mention him before. Like I said, Josh advertises on the Timber Tracker Network on the app and website. So we always thank Josh for his contributions to help the app keep going. We're glad to get his name out there in exchange for that. Really works out great for both of us there. So, like I said, it's wet here in Missouri still. It's wet where we're at, and I was at coffee this morning with all the old geezers. And of course, we if you want to hear all kinds of weather reports, drink coffee with a bunch of old men that are farmers. I mean, you're going to hear every weather report around. So weather and rain was the big topic conversation this morning. I guess we got rain chances tonight. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, high of 84, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I believe they're calling for rain again. And they're saying there might be quite a bit of it. So it's looking like it could very well be another slow week of logging, which I hate that, but I've got some jobs I need to go look at and try to get caught up on all my timber. I buy 90% of the timber we cut. I'm the one that goes out, looks at it, and buys it. So it's a lot of work between trying to juggle logging, looking at timber, and everything else I got going on. So even the days we're not in the woods, I've got plenty to do. So I guess that's about it for today. I'd planned on taking you guys with me when I looked at that timber, but it wasn't that exciting. I didn't want to drag you guys out there and look at a bunch of nothing, because there wasn't any really good trees. Like I said, there was just a handful of trees that were big enough to cut. Now, they had several small walnut trees, but just nothing harvestable. There's no need in cutting that stuff. Just you need to cut it when it needs to be cut, not just waste your time cutting here and there, cutting when it doesn't need to be harvested. I always hate to see people do premature harvest. So they had a bunch of smaller timber. Now down the road, 10 years or so, they're going to have a great little stand of walnut timber, and I hope I get called back to look at it when that time comes. But yeah, so nothing exciting today. Just a lot of driving, a lot of windshield time. And I spoke about that reason why I upgraded this truck to the Lariat package is because, man, I spend a lot of time behind the wheel of this truck, and man, these big diesel trucks they're not exactly built for comfort anyway. So I mean, I want to be as comfortable as possible, and I have to spend hours in a truck driving every day. When I'm burning up a couple 100 miles every day driving, it's important to be comfortable. At least it is to me anyway. So, but guys, that's it for today. Hopefully tomorrow will be a brand new adventure, a brand new day. Hopefully we can see. I can show you guys something interesting and cool, because I'm sure you're getting tired of just watching me be behind the wheel of this truck talking to you all the time. To be quite honest, I'm getting kind of tired of not showing you anything worth watching. So, but as always, thanks so much for following, subscribing to the channel, watching the channel. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Turner Logging LLC on both of those. Go to Logger Threads for all your forestry and timber type apparel. Be sure to check out the Timber Tracker app, Timber Tracker on Facebook. My buddy Jeff Mason, he helps me out with that a lot. Jeff does, and Jeff, I mean, that's kind of the direction we're going, is kind of helping people find machinery and move machinery, as well as logs and lumber. So be sure to check out the Facebook, or the Timber Tracker Facebook page for some machines, or if you're looking to get rid of machines. Jeff's the guy to talk to about that. I kind of let him handle that end of things. Jeff's a great guy, and he's a heck of a talker. I mean, he'll talk to you. So be sure to give Jeff a big old high five or hi. Talk to him on Timber Tracker there. But guys, gonna get off here. Thanks so much. We'll catch you next time. Hopefully tomorrow. See you.